Hi guys, I am back with a brand new video. Today I'm going to be showing you some new products and some old products, but they're all going to be my first impressions. I have only used a handful of these products, maybe once or twice, so I thought I'd throw them in as well just because I wanted it to be more of a full face first impressions, not just one thing that I'm trying out. And I've never done this on my channel before, so if you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment down below if you've tried any of these products, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. The first thing that I'm going to be using is an Urban Decay Self-Adjusting Complexion Primer. I don't know how long this has been out. I went to Urban Decay in Debenhams yesterday and I went in for something else. I saw it and it wasn't what I expected, so I kind of got sidetracked by Howard, and the woman in the shop told me that this one would be good for people with slightly oily skin, more combination, because it kind of just controls the shine, and already I can see that it's sort of mattified my face, it's taken some of the shine out, but it still looks glowy, luminous and healthy. So it's an adapting pigment, soft focus effect and shine control, and I'm really impressed with this before. This is the first time I've used it. It's very, very smoothing on the skin. The next thing that I'm going to be using is the Matte Poreless Normal to Oily Fit Me foundation in shade 105 from Maybelline. So I have been using this foundation for a few months now, but I've never featured it on my channel, so I thought I'd just give you my opinions. See, I have it's not really oily, it's not that bad. I have quite combination skin, I feel. So I do tend to get quite shiny, and I find that this foundation is lightweight enough for the summer, so it doesn't feel really heavy. So I'm going to be using two concealers, and again I've been using the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer for a while. I've been using this for years and years. But a new one is the Radiance Reveal Coverage Luminescence Hydrating Concealer from Bourjois. I've had this for about a month on and off. I've been loving this under the eye. It's really creamy, lightweight, and it just blends in flawlessly. It's just so much better than having a thick coverage concealer. So I just swipe that under my eyes. And then I've got a few problem areas, so I'm just taking this concealer on the back of my hand just so I don't get the wand contaminated. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques setting brush, just a small little pink one, and I'm going to apply this to any areas that just need a little bit more coverage. So at the moment it's just around my nose and the chin area. Then I like to take the foundation brush that I was using previously, and I just like to go over the areas and kind of pat it in, just because I am aware that they're not the same shade as my foundation and I don't want to have like massive pale or dark patches. So if I just go over the top, I'll make sure that's all blended in, and I'm happy with how that looks. So I've just changed the settings on my camera because I realised how bright and washed out I looked, so I'm apologising now for the previous clips. I can't be bothered to take my makeup off and start again, so I'm just going to carry on and show you the rest of my video. So the next product that I'm taking is the Instafix and Matte Translucent Powder on a big fluffy Eco Tools brush. I think this is the powder. I just like to set under my eyes before I take, just to stop any creasing. Then I'm going to take the Insta Duo Contour Stick, and I picked this up after I saw the Kim Kardashian contour stick. I would have never looked at this before, but I saw the Kim Kardashian one everywhere and all the hype around it, and I saw the price and I was like, oh my goodness. I went to Boots and I saw this and I was like, isn't this just pretty much the same? I mean, it's got a highlighter on one end, a contour on the other. You get so much product, you get quite a lot of product as well, and I think it's about £6 and it's incredible. So I kind of just do lines on my face like this. I can't say that I'm an expert in contouring, but it seems to work and I don't look ridiculous after using it. So I'm going to be taking this Eco Tools Skin Perfecting Brush. I have been loving Eco Tools brushes at the moment. They are incredible, they are so soft, they're like friendly to the environment, and it just makes me so happy knowing that it's a good brush to use. It's not using any animal testing or anything like that. So yeah, I have been loving these, and with this I kind of just pat it to start off with and then blend it into the skin. So that's how it looks after. I have never been one to use cream products, and I think it's always because I made the mistake of putting powder on first, and I know it's a ridiculous mistake. Looking back, I'm like, why would I ever do that? It's ridiculous. But now I kind of powder under my eyes just to set that, and then I apply the cream contour. Blends in seamlessly. I usually have products on this side of my face around here of products not sticking, and if I put my foundation on and then like a cream on top, it kind of just goes, it doesn't stick. But I've not had this problem with this. It blends out really naturally, and I just really like it. It's a nice even natural contour. So while I'm at it, I add the highlighting stick, and I just put this down the bridge of my nose and on the bottom. And anywhere that kind of natural highlight would sit, but the next step probably will confuse people. So I blend that in with my fingers, and I've got my highlight on, but then I take my powder again and just rub this in everywhere, kind of like buffing it into my foundation. I used to pat all of my powders in, but after buffing them in, I kind of find that it gives a better finish. I have been really liking this powder as well. It's kind of on par to the Rimmel Stay Matte, and I mean they're from the same company, so must mean that they're doing something right with their powders. So I'm going to go over the contour that I've just done, or bronzer, whatever it is. I kind of use it as both because I'm not into like the whole contour and then bronzing everywhere. I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer on top with the same brush. Yeah, so what I find is that if you're putting foundation on, you powder your foundation to let that set, and then I put the contour stick on, and then I powder it with a bronzer just to make that set, and it lasts all day. And then I do the same with a highlighter as well, and the one that I've been loving at the moment is Soft and Gentle from MAC. And I just take it on the like foundation brush, all the names are rubbed off, of my Real Techniques. I swirl it around and I just pat it over the top. And by doing that with the highlighter underneath the cream highlighter, I kind of feel like it has the same effect. So you're giving the dewiness and then you powder over the top, but it kind of gives that natural glow. And then I'm putting the actual highlighter on top just to make it really pop. And I've never really been one for the highlighter trend because I've always thought I've got oily skin, and oily with highlighter doesn't really go. But I have been loving it this summer. I've been wearing the highlight with pride and just making sure that I keep on top of just pressing the oil off my face, which is quite gross to think about, but I don't really care. So last but not least, I am so excited for this, and I'm going to be using the California blusher. I recently bought this yesterday actually, after so long, and I was going to save it for my holiday, but I think one use before won't hurt. That is so pretty. Yes, I am loving that. I feel like that is going to go so beautifully when I've got a tan. So moving on to our eyes, and I'm so excited about this part because I am going to be using something very new. I'm just going to apply the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly over my eyes. And for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the Naked Heat palette. I am so blooming excited to use this, and Urban Decay actually sent me this, which I was not expecting at all, can I just say. My mum came to pick me up from work the other day, and there was a purple package sitting on the car seat, and I was like, that's Urban Decay. So a few months ago they asked if I'd like to be sent a few products, just their basics, a few bits, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'd love that. I would absolutely love it because I love their brand, I love their eyeshadows, I love their setting sprays, their lipsticks are incredible. I was like, why the hell not? And then I thought, oh, that'll probably be it. I wouldn't expect me to be getting the heat palette, yet it turns up at my house. I was so shocked and surprised. I basically just screamed and told everyone. I'm like, oh, look what I got. It's so pretty. So I'm going to just be doing like a basic look with it today because I want to do a proper sit down with it. of a more vibrant look. But if you follow me on my Instagram, I'll leave a link down below. I have done swatches, I've done a blog post which I'll also leave a link down below, a little shameless plug of everything that I have done. I've done swatches, taken pictures just close up so you can see it more. I'm just using the shade Chaser just over to create a nice even base. Then I'm going to go in with Sourced, which is quite a nice nude brown. So that is just a really beautiful transitional shade. I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush from MAC, which is the 214 brush if I'm correct, 224. You think I'd know that by now. Then I'm going to go in with Low Blow, which is just kind of a more yellow toned brown. And I'm just going to go in just over the top just to deepen it up. And again, just going in with a fluffy brush. These shades are so blendable, it is gorgeous. Then I'm going to go in with the shade He Devil, which is such a really nice kind of reddy colour. Really pretty. Just concentrating this on the inner corners. So I've just taken that on the outer third of my eye and I'm just going to blend. Then I'm going to take in Fuego. I think that's how it's pronounced, and I'm just going to take this right into the corner, really concentrating on deepening up that outer corner. I'm really pleased with how that's looking because it's still kind of subtle and daytime-esque with the darkness towards the outside. So I'm really going to darken it up with the shade Ashes, and I'm literally just going to pop that in right at the outer corner. I don't want to really drag that out anymore just because it is a daytime natural as it can be. That's just to create some depth, and I think that's really important when doing eye makeup. You don't want it to look like all one colour, you do want it to be kind of smoky, especially when it's heat palette because it's like fire. So I'm actually going to take the shade Lumber just into the inner 2/3 ish. I really love this shade just because it's a really nice orangey kind of shimmery shade. It's just really unusual. I've not seen many shades like this. Just going back in with the darker shades just to add the definition back in, blending that out, and I'm going to leave it there for now. And I'm going to use a new mascara that I picked up yesterday, and I am so excited for this as well. I feel like everything in this video I'm just so excited for, mostly because I haven't used it yet. The Paradise Ecstatic Mascara from L'Oreal, and if you know, this has been out in America for ages and it's just so pretty. It comes in this gorgeous rose gold packaging with a shiny lid, and the brush is very similar to that of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's kind of really thick and voluminous. So let's see how this goes. I'm really rooting for this mascara. I am incredibly pleased with that. I feel like it's just set my eye makeup off perfectly, and now I am going to be going on to brows. And again, would you know, it's a brand new product for me anyway. I don't know how long this has been out. This is the thing, right? I went into L'Oreal and I went to get the mascara. I didn't know it was actually out yet because I went yesterday and I'd seen it, but I didn't know it had come into the stores yet, so I picked that up and she was like, did you know it's 3 for 2? And I was just like, no, I have to get 2 more products that I don't need. But you know, saving money because you're getting 1 free basically. So that is my brows. I am so low maintenance with them at the moment, it's ridiculous. I hate doing them, but I'm quite annoyed at myself because I feel like this is the wrong shade, and I literally spent about 5 minutes trying to decide which one. Oh, it's too dark. They had a brunette warm and a brunette light, and I was like, I don't really know which one I am, so I just got the brunette because I thought, you know, it's in the middle, it's going to be my shade, but it turns out it's not. And the last part of my makeup that I'm going to do is the L'Oreal Lip Paint Lacquer, and again, this was 3 for 2 yesterday. It's kind of the last thing that I picked up, and it is in 102 Darling Pink in a liquid lipstick.
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be sad.